One of my most viral TikToks a couple years ago, I made a TikTok saying how colonizers literally cannot compete. They cannot compete, and what they end up doing when they feel like they're losing is just flipping the whole board over, just getting mad, just flipping everything, and everybody looking at them that's playing the game like, what the hell is wrong with you? Because all they can rely on is thievery. And that's exactly what's happening with this TikTok ban, by the way. The U.S. is actually declaring its inferiority complex that it has. It's literally like that one friend, like I said, that's playing the board game, and all they know how to do is steal. They don't know how to innovate. When people say capitalism, oh, breeds innovation. No, it don't. It breeds thievery. It breeds pilfery. That's what it does. And China really right now should feel so high. The Chinese episode 8 say it should feel so high and superior to the United States because it's declared its inferiority complex to the highest degree, that instead of coming with innovative algorithm by itself, creating by itself, it's saying, nah, if we can't win, we're going to flip the whole board over. If we can't steal it, then this whole game. And that's the thing. That's why nobody in the world want to play with y'all. Y'all creating yourselves to be isolationists, and you want the people in your nation to also be isolated from the fact that the whole world is moving past y'all, and y'all literally creating yourself to be a whole slavery plantation. Y'all gonna be just as ignorant looking as the South was during the Civil War. Y'all gonna create yourself to be a whole slavery plantation, and everybody gonna be looking at you across the world like, what the hell is wrong with you? As we are innovating and moving along, evolving into a world that's open market trade, that's innovating because they are reliant on their own innovation, their own creative skills, and not stealing and exploiting other people's shit. That's what that motherfuckers got on that Twitter the other day and told y'all were mediocre as fuck. And they was not lying, by the way. They was not lying at all. That's why y'all going to all these places and destroying the places and steal their labor and their intellect, come and bring it into your country, because you are so reliant on other people that you cannot develop the tools and muscles necessary to be innovative, to be creative, to beat anybody in the tech game. And that's what this is at the end of the day. I don't want the United States to ever forget that when y'all went and voted for that shit, if the Supreme Court come back and say the ban is going through, I don't want the United States to ever forget that they are so inferior to China specifically. And I'm not the one saying that. They the ones declaring that. They're the ones at the game right now, flipping the whole board over and saying, I can't win at this game, so I'm just gonna flip everything over, knock all the pieces on the board on the ground and shit. And that is a statement that the United States is making that I don't want anybody to fucking forget. If this app do go away, I don't ever want anybody to forget the fact that the United States is making a declarative statement about itself and its inferiority to specifically China and the rest of the world. I'll be honest with you, that they cannot play, they cannot create, because they have no ability to pull themselves up by the bootstrap and create anything. They can't compete in a global market. So what they're gonna do, they're gonna flip the board, and the only people that are gonna be disadvantaged for that are its very own people that, by the way, they are looking to create slaves out of, to create a slave plantation on this continent, because that's the only way it's ever been able to survive. That's how it was created. It has no other way. So when people out here saying pull yourself out of the bootstraps, I want America to put a mirror to his face and say it to his own goddamn self at the end of the day, because I don't want people to ever forget that. They say communism this, communism. Why is the communism beating you at the board game so fucking bad they gotta flip the whole shit over? That's the question I need you to ask yourself, the United States, okay? The government, the Congress, and Supreme Court, if they come back and ban this shit. Remember that. Remember, that's the question you need to ask yourself. If you are so great, if you are the best nation in the world, why is it that you gotta flip the game board? Why? And I have the answer for you. I'm sure you know too. It's because you're not, and you know that shit at the end of the day. But like I said, that's what a colonizer do. A colonizer will always devolve because they have no tools necessary to evolve. They have no tools necessary. Under capitalism, no tools necessary to innovate, to create, to evolve in any way. All they can do is rob, steal, and pilfery. That's what you're good at. That's what you're number one at, actually. You can take this badge. Here you go. You're the number one pilferizer across the globe. Have a nice day. Goodbye.